joined here, as always, by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, everything has been building to this. It's time for the national championship. Let's crown a champion. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. Turn starts inside the 15. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. Buckeyes offense making their way on the field today. Well, here we go, Kirk. The energy in this place is tremendous. We are 16 minutes away from crowning a new national champion.
And think about it, Chris. These two teams have put everything into this to get to this stage and this opportunity. Let's see who can handle it better.
Trying to find room. It's Henderson. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
And the back gets the football. Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. He's escaping the pocket now. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
There are a lot of times when you see a sack like this, you got to give a lot of credit to the coverage downfield. I don't think the quarterback really felt good about anybody being open, so he held the ball just a little bit too long and allows the defense to come up with the first sack of the game.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough 4th down decision? Caught in the backfield. It's Judkins. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
Well, I've always said I think this quarterback all year long has been able to be as consistent as any quarterback in the country. And when you get the 3rd down, you've got to trust that he's going to make the right decision and throw an accurate ball to give you a chance at a first down. There's another example of it right there.
Again, he makes it 2nd and medium. Handoff here from the shotgun. Breaks free. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33. The Buckeyes hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. Movement here from the tight end. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7. Looking to pass. It's Howard. The pass rush closing in. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
Good pressure here by this defense, but it felt like the quarterback held on to the ball a little bit too long to come up with that sack for the D.
The 8th play of this opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking to scramble. Extending the play now. They make the stop just short of the first. It looks like inches to go, and now 4th down. The coach chooses to go for a field goal attempt here. Trying to connect from 41 yards away. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0. We come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Bringing it out, it's Pearson. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. The Bobcats offense comes out for their first possession today. Well, wide receiver, Kirk, this dangerous, who lines up all over the place. Can the linebackers step up and help out the secondary enough today?
Yeah, usually you see these matchups, the slot receiver has a big advantage. But I'll tell you, this linebacker is an excellent athlete. But the wide receiver he's covering today will pose a textbook challenge to see if he can truly cover. Boy, this quarterback has a lot of confidence in his arm. He tried to thread the needle into double coverage. Lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kurt, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's...
And the sophomore's got him for a sack.
Great call here going with that nickel defense, giving you more speed on the field on that third down and long. Nowhere to go. Gave the defensive line plenty of time to come up with that sack. And now it's fourth down and long.
Looking for his big tight end. It's caught downfield. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a fourth down play, and they will take over on downs now. Off the play fake on first down. Defense is coming after him. They've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as a quarterback. The defense did not bite at all in the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
Quarterback escapes the pocket.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got it. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
First and goal, they'll try to run it in. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
He moves the ball to the 4. It's third down and goal. Dropping back, it's Howard. The pocket breaking down. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense.
Nothing tells you more about a defense's personality than when they get tested like this. Facing a first and goal, all the way to third and goal, you come up with a sack, relentless attitude. Now let's see what they decide to do on fourth and goal.
And here comes the field goal unit onto the field. He knocks this one right through.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. Gets it to the 25-yard line. And that's where they'll start the drive. Here comes the Ohio offense back out on the field. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Handoff from the shotgun. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. After a first down loss, it's second and long from the 23. And the same runner's got it again. Defense will make the stop in what will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. Well, Kurt, Ohio State has the lead here after 1. We've reached the end of 1 in this battle for the national championship. Before moving on, let's check out the stats so far. All right, let's get back to the action. Getting closer to finding out who will be celebrating here tonight. Okay, it's third down after that run. They'll try to run for the first down. tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
Hey, how about the quarterback here with his eyes downfield, selling the pass to open that play up? But, man, offensive line, really good job of selling and then getting upfield to that second level to be able to pick up some key blocks.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Things just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front seven of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Getting set. Here's second down. They'll run it from the gun. Defense makes the tackle on the ball carrier.
Chris, you know me. I love to see defensive backs and especially corners that are willing to come up and get physical against the run game. What a job of making that play in space. No gain because of the play of that corner.
The pass is off target, yet hit as he threw as the third down pressure works.
Mobility can be a blessing or a curse for some quarterbacks. Sometimes they feel that they can make a play on every single opportunity because they have such speed. Instead of just getting down or throwing it away, they try to force the issue. This one almost backfires on him as he tried to squeeze that throw in. He's lucky he didn't throw an interception.
The choice to go for it doesn't pan out this time. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They moved it last time, but settled for a chip shot, looking to find the end zone this time. Back to pass. It's Howard. Catch hauled in here over the middle. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down. A new set of downs after that completion. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. He's moving out of the pocket now. Looks like he's going to run it. Slides to avoid the big hit.
I like the pressure here from the defense. Quarterback gets outside, breaks contain with the bootleg. Nowhere to go with the football, so he decides to just tuck it and pick up a short gain.
Quick throw, the catch is made. Defense surrounds him, just a short gain on that completion. The Buckeyes are looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. We'll give it to the running back. Will he score here? And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Hold up a second. The coach has called timeout. He may use a challenge here to have the officials take another look at that one.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
Now, it looks like the head coach made a smart move in that challenge. Officials are going to overturn their previous ruling after getting a look at that replay. Buckeyes looking to cap the drive here. It's first and goal. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Sam Van Cunningham, Bo Jackson. That's a play that legendary run.
Let's not forget Herschel Walker. Yeah, that's right. You're thinking of old school running backs. Very rare to see backs go up and over at the goal line. It's refreshing. Nice to see.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT is good, so it's 13-0. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team brings him down at the 26. Here comes the Bobcats offense back out there. Remember last time they went for it on 4th down and got stopped. The opponent went right down the field. Looking for a deep completion. That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on 1st down but missed it.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And
that deep shot is caught for a big gain. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Bobcats.
Yeah, we're seeing more and more of this in college football. Guys in that slot that got the ability to get downfield vertically. It's a mismatch if you have the right guy. This time they get the matchup that they want, hit it for a big one.
And now here comes the point after attempt. PAT is good. They still trail, though. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. From inside the 15-yard line, bringing it out. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Really excellent possession last time. They mixed the run and the pass, kept the defense off balance en route to a touchdown. They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Here's the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
We've reached the 2-minute warning. We'll have to see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. To the air, it's Howard. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. Big gain, moves the ball across midfield to the 45. The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. 1st down, looking to throw the football. Looking to make a big play downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Chris, as you know, anytime you hit a big post route like this for a touchdown, the timing between the quarterback and the receiver is essential. Nice job of not waiting too long. Quarterback takes a hitch, gets the ball out early, and allows his receiver to run underneath the beautifully thrown football for the touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Pearson. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. The Ohio offense back out there now. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Oh, and he can't quite hold on. Chance for the big fella to come up with a takeaway there. Sets up a 2nd down. After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. Makes a quick catch. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. And he is wide open for a huge gain. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Ohio.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're only in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. It's snapped to the back. Gets into the end zone. The two-point conversion makes it a 5-point game.
Well, that's when you know an offensive coordinator has confidence in his running game. Two-point conversion, no problem. Rely on the back and his vision with that great blocking up front to get you the 2 points.
Return here from inside the 15-yard line. They stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn on the early going here. Both offenses scoring touchdowns their last possession. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Looking to throw it on first down. And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore.
Well, another sack. You know, as the offensive coordinator, you're ahead in this game. Maybe you should change the game plan to help your quarterback a bit. This pass rush has gotten home way too many times, and you should focus more on preserving the lead.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Chris, thanks. What else might we expect in a game of this magnitude? Everything on the line. The eyes of the sports world on this battle with the coveted gold trophy at stake. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to Chris and Kirk in the booth. Fellas, hard to believe we're only one half away from crowning a national champion.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. They'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here comes the Ohio offense back out on the field. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Not easy to bring down. The quarterback finally gets the job done.
Well, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice game.
They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield. Drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
But this one is broken up. Ball's incomplete.
Well, they come close to hitting a big one here to start this second half of the national championship. And even though they missed that, I think it gives you an idea they're going to open up this playbook. You might as well leave it all on the table when you're playing for all the marbles.
Lets it go quickly. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down.
Great job by this defense once again on that third down. And now we get to fourth down. And you start to think about things here as we get into the second half, Chris. You go for it, you make it.
It breaks free down the left side. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Bobcats. Fought all the way back to take the lead. This is just quarterback wizardry. An amazing game with a national championship on the line tonight.
This might be as good of a quarterback performance as I've seen in a national championship in some time. The defense has got to try to do something to get him out of sync by trying to blitz or sit back and change up coverage, because what they've called up to this point just isn't working.
coach deciding to keep the offense out there, go for a two-point conversion, and extend the lead to 3. And he drops back in the gun. Intercepted in the end zone. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He's got it inside the 15. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Suddenly, they are behind. They've been shut down in this third quarter here. They got to find that spark again. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. Here comes a first down pass attempt. He's running out of time here. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
If I'm on this offensive line, man, I would not want to look at the game film after their performance today. It's almost like they've been moonwalking backwards the entire game, getting pushed all around by this defensive front. Chris, they've already given up 6 sacks alone in this game.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive with this. They pressure him and get him. The loss back to the 7-yard line.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle the pressure of this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of, Chris, get this, 7 sacks in this game so far.
Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain in the return. Here comes the Bobcats offense back out there. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
And they heave it deep downfield. Trying to go very deep there. Good effort. And now it's third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And now another deep ball here. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but brings up a fourth down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
We'll hand it off.
Well, the defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down play coming up. Back to throw. It's Howard. Running out of time in the pocket. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
Man, this pass rush has gotten home so many times. As an offense, I know you're down, but you gotta try to mix it up. Maybe roll the quarterback out. Have your backs and tight ends chip at the line. Anything they can do, because what they've done up to this point, it's just not working.
Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Defense able to stop him. It's fourth down now. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. And this is an ugly shank. And the punt heads out of bounds. They'll spot this ball about the 30. The Ohio offense back out there now. Last possession, they were stopped on fourth down, but it didn't cost them anything. And they put together something here. And the single back takes the handoff. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Crosses the 45. Rips off a big gain. Finally tackled at the 46.
defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
The offense really clicking against this battle defense. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And it's incomplete. He just missed his target, overthrowing it. And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials will overturn that previous ruling. 2nd down play coming up for this offense. Ball handed off. Spinning out of the tackle. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this 3rd down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
3rd down coming up after that running play. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air, and they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
They'll try a pass here. He's got it, and that is enough for a 1st down. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line. And the Bobcats look to keep this drive moving. They're going to run it. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a 1st down.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. Aiming for the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT makes it an 8-point game. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And he fields it inside the 15. They stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. On 1st down, it's play action. Grab down the middle. It's Scott. Tackled after he makes the 1st down as the seconds tick away here in the 3rd quarter. Ohio has the lead here, Kurt. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter of this national championship battle that has lived up to the hype. For the final period, let's check out the game stats. As we head to the final quarter of this showdown, we're going to find out who can really make the plays when it counts the most. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. Scanning the field, it's Howard. Looking to set up a screen pass here. They bring him down, but the back able to pick up some decent yardage in that screen.
It's a nice completion there, Chris. And this possession at this point in the game is critical for them. They've got to focus on putting points on the board right now to make this a one-possession game.
Pressure is coming. They don't pick up the blitzers, and it's a sack.
Between the defensive scheme and the athletic ability of this front and the linebackers getting pressure as well, the way they've been able to harass this quarterback has a lot to do with why they're enjoying such a big lead in the national title.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, here we are in the national championship, and you always talk about offense. I mean, it is. It's become an offensive game. But how fitting to see this defense. This team has a nice lead, and a large portion of that has to do with the way they've been able to get after this quarterback. That's the second sack in this game.
And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Here comes the Ohio offense back out on the field. This game just got tighter. The temptation might be to sit on this lead, but we'll see how aggressive they get. The shotgun handoff here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Well, this is where the offensive line can really assert their will and put on the finishing touches to this game. The defense, you can see them. They're breaking little by little right now. You make sure they break completely.
He has first down yardage at the 46.
They're still trusting this quarterback to make great throws, and why not? He has had a game you dream about in the national championship. Every throw right on the money. He's had time to make great throws, and he is delivered to be, in my opinion, the MVP in the national title.
Incompletion sets up a second down. On the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Quick throw to his receiver. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
On third down, he drops to throw. He pulls it in for a big gain. Touchdown, Bobcats. It was a foot race, and he won it. That's a crucial touchdown, Kirk. The offense padding its lead now here in the second half.
Yeah, you get into this second half, you start to count possessions and how big your lead is. Now that you're up 2 possessions, you can start to play really smart football, not just on offense, but on defense as well.
Now the important point after attempt. An extra point makes the lead 15 here in the final quarter. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Fielded up near the 25. And they get into the ground at the 30. That's where the drive will start. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. The last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? And looking to throw now on first down. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack. The Buckeyes looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying the lead.
They're able to get him down. Offense right to the line, playing with tempo now. To throw, it's Howard. They go backwards on that third down completion. Sets up a fourth down. The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. Catch made wide open way downfield. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half.
This is what having an accurate quarterback is so important. Fourth down, critical situation. He puts that ball right on his receiver. What I love to see is he not only picks up that first down, but he's got the speed and the awareness to take it to the end zone for the touchdown.
No problem with PAT right down the middle. Now they get set to kick it away. He'll bring it out from his end zone. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. Here comes the Bobcats offense back out there. One more first down should do it, but remember, the defense has all 3 timeouts remaining. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22.
Well, this is definitely not the time to get cute as an offense and as a play caller. This defense is thirsty for any kind of big play at all to try to create a turnover. So just keep it on the ground and play smart.
So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
Well, this is a huge third down coming up here, and here's where that chess match comes to head. And for the defense, they desperately need to make a play if they believe they have any chance of coming back to win this game.
Picks up about 3 yards there, but it's going to be 4th down. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Leading here in the 4th quarter to keep the offense on the field, trying to stretch the lead and keep possession. Tries the right with a quick throw. And it's incomplete as the defense gets a big 4th down stop. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field.
Boy, interesting call to me, Chris. With the lead, a chance to maybe settle for a field goal, make it a 2-possession game. Instead, the aggressive approach. Now you give your opponent a chance to get back in this game.
Touchdown, Ohio State. This offense really clicking. Here we go, national championship game, 4th quarter, 1-possession game. Kirk, let's see who's going to step up.
Well, the stakes can't get any bigger. The offense has done their job to give themselves a chance. But what about their opponent? What about the other side? How will they handle this pressure? Late in the game, they still have the lead. I want to see what their plan of attack is and how aggressive they might be willing to be.
And they make the recovery in the onside kick. The offense keeps it for another possession. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Trying to create outside the pocket now. He'll be taken down. The defense rises up with the sack in a crucial moment. 2nd and long for this offense after the sack. To throw, it's Howard. Here's a deep throw with the clock winding down. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long.
Now that's going to bring up a critical 3rd down here as we're late into this football game in a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a first down.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. Quick throw over the middle. And it falls incomplete for a turnover on downs.
Boy, as a play caller, you save this play for this moment. Under 2 minutes to go. 4th down. 4th quarter, game on the line. And then you just got to rely on your quarterback to make good decisions and be accurate with the football. In this case, he is not. And that, to me, is probably the ball game.
And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
In the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
The Bobcats enter the final minute of play, looking to run the clock out and win the game. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. On the run, he'll let it go. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a 1st and goal now. 1st and goal. The late touchdown here would just about secure the victory. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And it's incomplete. What a chance for an interception there. Instead brings up second down.
Boy, not only did they drop what looked like an interception in their own end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum in their favor.
Trying to run it in, but the defense stops him short of the goal line.
I love to see this by this quarterback. And instead of giving up on the play and just throwing it away or trying to put one into coverage,
he cannot get the throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this stage of the game.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
They try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio.
So much about speculation on whether or not they're going to kick a field goal or go for a touchdown. They put this ball into the end zone, and they put this game out of reach. What a job by this team and by this offense.
And they get set now to try the PAT. Extra point puts them up 9 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Turn starts inside the 15. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. First down, looking to throw the ball. Bringing pressure. And the clock winding down, they'll take a deep shot. The ball falls to the ground, and we have a national champion. Well, this was a team that seemed to relish the underdog role curve. Not many people gave them a shot, and they seemed to get fuel from that.
Yeah, they had a different kind of energy about them today. I got to give them all the credit in the world. You could see on the sidelines how fired up they were. They knew a lot of people had counted them out before this game even started. They were able to prove them all wrong.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.